Hey everyone. Alright. So, I guess I decided to do another confessional today just because I was kind of on my cell phone today, just like scrolling around and stuff, and then like I started to think about like some random stuff I wanted to share just because like I noticed people just like talking about some of the weirdest stuff like on YouTube and stuff. So I decided I was like, hey, why not do a confessional for today, and then you can kind of get that out of the way. So I'm gonna try to just be more like relaxed and stuff. Like I think you're gonna see me wearing my glasses a lot more, just because like I got it fixed. I used to never wear them just because like I'm so used to wearing contacts, but like I notice when I'm like gaming or like watching TV, like my contacts get really dry, and then I started using like Visine and stuff, and that kind of got rid of like the dry eyes and like the dry contact lenses. But then I started to notice that my eyes were just like hurting a lot. So I was like, alright, I'm just gonna take a break from the contacts. But I hated wearing my glasses just because, like, when I first got them, I was like, alright, John, you got like a perfect pair of glasses and it's brand new. So don't like break it or like sit on it. And then, like, a few days or a few nights later, accidentally sat on it and it kind of like bent this part, and every time I would wear it, it would be like a little bit crooked. But I got some stuff like this silicone gel stuff and like these new like nose pads, and it kind of corrected like the how it was like tilted a little bit. So I really love that I did that because like I bought it cheap from China for like 1 cent or like 5 cents or something, and it really helped. Um, Also, I'm like breaking out a little bit. I don't know why. I notice every time we change the bed sheets, like I break out a little bit. So I don't know. So pretty much what I wanted to talk about in my head, I was like thinking about what to talk about. I was like, man, John, you shouldn't really talk about that stuff anymore, just because like you think about it sometimes, but it doesn't really bother you. But then you just want to like talk about it just to um, like marinate or like whatever you do, and then you just want to like spread the wildfire and tell a bunch of people like how you feel about something. Da da da. It's not even like that important, but pretty much it was just like what happened to me, like pretty much um like why I'm here, why I left the US and stuff, and pretty much like it all happened because I left the house and I got a job, and then I didn't know that work was so like, even like fast food. It was not fast food, it's fast casual because I worked at Chipotle. Like, people are pretty serious about having a job and stuff. Even all the young, kind of like 20-year-olds, like they were pretty serious about their job. And I noticed the young people with like a family already and kids, like they were really serious. They were like, we need this job because we need to like feed our family, da da da, all this stuff. And they would constantly like almost put me down and say stuff like, oh, like, we need this job more than you. Or they're like, what do you spend your paycheck on? Like, booze or like weed or something. And they would always constantly make comments like that, and it never really bothered me. But looking back now, I'm like, that was kind of like weird or like rude or something. But pretty much like woo woo. Like, after I got fired, I was like walking home, and I kind of like sort of felt a little funny. Kind of like my world was like a little bit kind of like a little odd, And then I don't really remember what happened, but I believe, like, I was thinking about, like, man, I'm so exhausted because I put so much effort into working at Chipotle. And I believe I, like, passed out, like, in front of my house, like, in the driveway. And then pretty much, like, I managed to, like, crawl inside, and then I made a cup of coffee, and then just to like wake me up, and then I went to my room, and then I was like, all right, let me just do my resume and stuff. And then I kind of just like left and like went to go hang out with my friends or something. But like ever since that first job experience, like I don't know, I just started to realize like um sometimes like the customers were always pretty cool, but sometimes they were a little bit weird, you know, like. And I'm not saying like I was tricked or like lured into like staying at a job knowing or unknowing, not knowing that I was just gonna be let go after like a year or fired. And I'm not saying I was tricked or anything or like, you know, like any of this stuff, but sometimes I almost feel like I was, you know, and I was like kind of duped or like I was had, you know. And I know it's not a big deal because it is just like, you know, a job at like a fast casual restaurant, and like everyone's just like, you know, just move on and like find another job. But I don't know, I felt like, I don't know, my mind's always there sometimes. I don't know why. Just because I love that job so much, and I was like so like blindsided. I was like let go or like fired. I was like, what the hell? But ever since that day, or ever since I was fired, like my life just kind of like went super downhill, and like pretty much I had to go to the hospital for um, food poisoning. I don't know if it was because of the food there, and like for some reason I got depressed, and then I gained all the weight back that I lost before, and then like stuff just started not working out for me. Like I even tried living on my own, just cause like even the police were like harassing me, kind of saying stuff like, "Why are you here?" Like at my parents' house or my house, they're like, "Why are you here? You're like of age. Like you should be working on your own and like living independent." And I was like, it was just so weird, you know, everything that happened there in that neighborhood. And I know I should probably just like forget about it and not talk about it anymore, but it's, I just want to keep repeating it because it was so weird. And like I'm probably never going to let it go in a sense, just cuz like I mean, it doesn't affect me. Like when I think about it, when I talk about it, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me. But I just want to keep like repeating this moment over and over, just because I'm like so like weirded out at what happened to me, like in that neighborhood at that age, and like um yeah. But then like I was all like, John, don't even talk about that, and like don't even like bring it up anymore. But I just have to. Like I know nothing's ever gonna happen to like a police department or like the US or anything with like one kid like complaining online. But like I might as well just keep getting my jabs in or my hits in on that place, just because it was so weird. And like I've never been like weirded out, creeped out, felt stalked or anything up until that moment happened. But it was just like, but anyway, after all that, and I returned home from the hospital, like, I was just kind of like over it, and I was like, oh, I need to like get out of this place and like maybe move on my own, like move out on my own or move on from San Francisco and just like live somewhere else. And then it's just that very like kind of, it's not lonely, but it was kind of just like, it's weird because I never really needed that job in the first place. Because, like, even my dad makes fun of me. He's all like, you're probably just, like, skipping around and just, like, playing at this job that you don't really need. And, like, you're just doing it for experience or whatever. And then everyone else is, like, scrambling to, like, show up and, like, put on a good face and like keep a job that they desperately need. And I'm kind of just there, just like playing around and stuff. But I love my parents because they're always just like pretty blunt about everything. They're just like, oh, like we have money so we don't worry too much, like kind of like that. Me, I like think about all this other like weird crap all in between the lines and everything. But I was kind of just thinking, like, fast forward to now, like, here in the Philippines, like nothing could be better. I'm like, every day I feel better and better, and like, I don't feel like so defeated anymore, like when I was at my heaviest. And like every day, like just today, I just got back into my routine of kind of like waking up, having coffee, and just like playing games for a little bit, and then just like eating breakfast, and then like doing my push-ups, and like just getting all my sets in every day. And then I'm just continuing doing the like eating good, like eating just the normal food I eat, like, you know, rice and like veggies, and like not eating too much, because like I'm trying to emulate the like prisoners diet or like the prisoners workout. And I think the key, besides consistently doing push-ups every day, is just not eating too much, because as we all know, like inmates don't get too much food. So I think that's another key component. And then, sorry, my face is just so itchy. And then, because I can see my zits and stuff. But, yeah, fast forward to now, like, nothing could be better. Like, I feel like, I don't want to say all this stuff and, like, flex or anything. But, just, like, mentally or, like, emotionally, spiritually, like, I feel really good. I feel like totally relaxed all the time. I don't drink too much coffee anymore. And then, like, you know, I'm loving my dogs and my pets and everything. And like, compared to before, in high school, I used to think I had such a perfect life. But like, I would always ignore my dog and stuff, and like, he was always just there. But here, like, I actually pay attention to my dogs and stuff, and we spend time together and stuff. And yeah, I said I wasn't gonna get emotionally attached to them, but you can't really help it, you know. Or maybe I changed my tune or something. But yeah, I guess I wanted to talk about what games I was playing. So before that, first of all, I'm still rewatching Pearl Islands, and I'm on the like token boring episode, which is right after the merge, where Ryan gets voted off right after Andrew. And it's so funny because, like, I think even the editors are like, yeah, this is like the boring episode of the whole season. Even Pearl Islands has a boring episode where everyone knows Ryan's going and he can't do anything just because he's like the next alpha male, right after Andrew, and he's probably gonna do good in challenges and stuff like that, and he's like in the minority alliance. People are like, why don't they target Rupert? He's gonna dominate the challenges. Well, Rupert has an alliance. And then, so I'm doing that. I was thinking about watching an episode this afternoon just because, like, it's been a few days. And I was putting off watching that episode in particular just because it is the boring episode. And I was thinking, I was like, never mind. So right now I'm playing Folklore for PS3, and it's like going okay. I'm like playing a little bit every day, and I'm playing Moonlighter for PS4, and that one's going okay too. I'm thinking about just like beating these two games and just like moving on, like shelving it and just like moving on to the next couple games or whatever is on my list. And then I said I was gonna make this one short too, and yeah, I haven't been talking to anyone in English, so this is like my only way of talking in English. So like, yeah, I just want to keep that going. And like, I noticed other people are doing like stuff like the daily report or like confessionals every day, like daily updates, and I was like, yeah, doing that is pretty cool. And then, yeah, I have nothing else to say. Like, so Folklore is like pretty interesting. It's like it's like a Japanese RPG. I mean, it's like it's an RPG that was made in Japan, but it's about like Europe and like Irish folklore and stuff like that. And instead of monsters, it has like fairies. They're called fairies, but they are like actual monsters and stuff. And you play as two like protagonists, and you kind of switch in between them and stuff. So it's a little bit interesting. I was kind of creeped out by it a little bit, but that kind of faded, so it's all okay. And then, yeah, I was just thinking about expanding my horizons and like kind of diving into other stuff besides JRPGs. Like I always do like that look or that style the most when it comes to playing RPGs. But I was kind of thinking about like trying something else, like some of the Western RPGs and stuff, and just to see if I like it. But who knows? Or just playing some other games like that Spider-Man Miles Morales game is like stuck in my head because like I'm like Miles Morales, like so random. And then yeah, I kind of watch Big Brother a little bit, like off and on, and I catch an episode every now and then. I'm on season 14, and I don't know, I feel so out of it whenever I rewatch like Big Brother, because I used to watch it a long time ago, and like here I was just kind of thinking about how I need less distractions and stuff. Like, it was probably a YouTube video I watched, but like, not listening to too much music or not watching TV the whole day or watching some like 3.5 hour LOTR movie and just wasting the day away. And I'm feeling more happier about it, like the kind of strategy I'm doing. I don't feel bothered by it or anything, and I think everything is just going pretty good. So yeah, I don't know why I'm so like sluggish today, but yeah, have a good day.